are accused of fraud, prompting her investors to file lawsuits with claims of bad business practices by her investors.
Janay White is the CEO of 8 different companies in Jacksonville, including the J. White Business Center, which offers credit repair services and credit education courses to customers. She's also CEO of J. White Enterprises, Luigi's Concrete and More, J. White Marketing Incorporated, J. White Construction Incorporated, J. White Properties and More, J. White Institute, and Free Game by J. White. The Attorney General, the office has confirmed, has received multiple fraud complaints against some of her businesses.
Consumer investigator Tiffany Salome talked with 3 different people who invested a combined $100,000.
It started off with a business relationship, and then I did the mentorship program. And like I said, she has a very infectious personality.
Raven Griffin met Janay White in 2021 after enrolling in her business credit program.
So we went to each other's birthday parties. She met my family. Like, it was a very commingled relationship. So it was really crazy how everything played out.
So you trusted her?
Yes.
Griffin says Janay White broke her trust shortly after she gave her $10,000 as a silent investor.
So over 3 programs with her, I spent over $22,000. And the mentorship program itself, over $10,000. And then on top of the legal fees, that spent over $7,000 and counting.
The contract promises investors to locate and purchase a property, renovate and sell it. Raven, as the investor, would get 70% of the profits at the time of sale. But there's one small problem. Griffin says she never got an investment property, and those she did see.
And a lot of the properties that we end up seeing were not first-time flipper friendly. They were completely dilapidated, from termite infestations to having issues with galvanized piping, roofing situations, like permit pulling type of things.
9 months later,
I realized all of the things that we agreed to in our initial contract were not going to be able to be done.
And that's when you got a lawyer?
Yes.
This is an intentional fraud to this scheme, or this is an overcommitting or overzealous representation of capacity.
Chris Dempsey is Raven's attorney. He says dozens of others have lost their money as well.
It's a mess. I've never seen anything like it.
Dempsey says there's a potential for a class action lawsuit with 2 possible schemes at work: a real estate mentorship program and an Airbnb investment program. We talked with Buddy Wilson and Andre Romano, who both invested money into what was advertised as a short-term investment opportunity. Contracts show they paid a one-time administrative and setup fee of $7,000 to Janay White for a turnkey Airbnb property. Monthly rent and other fees would be deducted from their profits. Both tell me they were promised profits of $1,000 or more each month for each Airbnb unit they invested in.
How many units total did you invest in, and how much money total?
8 units total, $56,000.
And how much money were you hoping to profit off of that investment?
Somewhere around doubling my money.
How many did you secure?
I was able to secure about 3 properties. However, none of the properties were actually existent in my opinion.
Romano and Wilson both say they received monthly profit and loss statements from their short-term investment properties, telling the I-Team they started noticing red flags immediately because the numbers weren't adding up.
It looked like they were copy and pasting all these documents, all these profit and loss statements, because I had 2 profit and loss statements that were just identical as if it was copy and pasted.
After the first month, whenever I got the profit loss statement, I knew something was wrong.
Wilson recently started a Facebook group to connect with other victims.
I need every victim of Janay White's schemes to go ahead and email the address that I provided for the state attorney.
In 3 days, the group gained 6,000 members. 50 people now claim they also invested with J. White and saw little to no profits. Members are also comparing profit and loss statements in the group and realizing they were promised the same Airbnb properties and have identical monthly statements.
I think they took the money and could care less about the information that I was receiving and what type of business that they were doing.
All three investors have filed complaints with the Better Business Bureau and Attorney General's office. Janay White denies the claims against her businesses, sending the I-Team a written statement that reads in part, quote, "The allegations are unfounded and simply not true. In all business ventures, there is a substantial risk of profit and loss with no guarantees." Dempsey says he's in contact with more investors every day with similar stories. He plans to take Raven's case to trial.
And to have somebody sign a contract it looks like they couldn't even carry out in the first place is beyond disingenuous. It's borderline criminal.
If you have a complaint against Janay White, you can file a report with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We have information on how to do that on our website. Just go to news4jax.com and look for this story under the I-Team section. Tiffany Salome, Channel 4, the local station.
New at 6 tonight, we are learning new details tonight in the case of a prominent entrepreneur in Jacksonville.
Janay White is the CEO of 8 businesses and owns 50 Airbnbs. We do need to change the graphic at the bottom of the screen. That's incorrect. She's facing serious allegations of fraud for what some call bad business practices.
Jasmine Monroe has been on your side learning why 2 friends are battling it out in court.
These allegations are simply not true. I have so many positive stories. She's delusional. It's too much of a paper trail to deny it at this point.
2 sides, once friends, now foes. Rayvon Griffin describes her experience with well-known entrepreneur Janay White as a total disappointment after she said she was scammed for more than $10,000 from White's bad business practices.
It's too many records. It's too many text messages. It's too many emails. It's too many signed contracts.
Griffin, a silent partner, says she, along with several investors, were led to believe they received properties for renovation and sale, only to find promises unfulfilled.
And she's very good at avoiding questions and avoiding the truth. And that's when I realized I had to take a step back.
But White says that she never scammed her clients. This is just the ugly side of business investments.
Unfortunately, this is a horrible side of business. I have lost millions of dollars doing these ventures, bringing people with me. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in chargebacks from people who stole from my company after they received profits.
A Facebook group with over 9.4 thousand clients was created to garner awareness in the alleged scam. But Janay says some of the things people are saying is simply not true.
I hate those allegations. I hate that people are referencing that with my name. I absolutely had 52 Airbnbs, and that is what people were investing in, my company.
Jacksonville attorney Chris Dempsey is now representing these investors. He tells us Griffin's case may just be the tip of the iceberg and well over $200,000 scammed.
It's growing by the day. It's growing in magnitude, and it's egregious and disturbing to me, and really sad that this has happened in our community by somebody who is not unknown.
Griffin says she was fortunate that she was financially stable to bounce back, but some people lost it all.
People who have lost tens of thousands of dollars. Like, this is no small amount of money.
As for White,
I do not want a few complaints or a few allegations to diminish all of the good that I have done in my community, especially without people hearing my side of the story.
For First Coast News on your side, I'm Jasmine Monroe.
Back to I-Team investigation into this well-known Jacksonville entrepreneur accused of fraud. More investors are now coming forward with the same story. They say tens of thousands of dollars are unaccounted for after investing in real estate and short-term rental property opportunities with Janay White.
Janay White owns several local businesses, including the J. White Business Center on Dunn Avenue. Consumer investigator Tiffany Salome joins us live after talking to a couple who says that they invested thousands of dollars. Tiffany?
And there are dozens of others in Jacksonville that tell me they've also lost money investing with Janay White. Watura and Denise Wright tell me that they got involved by investing in a turnkey Airbnb property. But after watching our investigation last night, they fear they've lost nearly $15,000.
You know, I have multiple myeloma cancer, and my entire spine is cracked. I couldn't do the things that I used to do. So we decided to invest.
Watura and Denise Wright were looking for a reliable way to make passive income after a life-changing medical diagnosis.
Signed the documents we needed to sign, gave $10,000 cash at the time.
Contracts show the Wrights paid almost $15,000 to Janay White this summer, investing in an Airbnb property and in various credit repair programs. In 6 months, receipts show they only received about $1,200 in profits. Yet the Airbnb listing shows the property is 100% booked until October of 2025. And they say they were expecting monthly profits close to $2,000.
Now to a News4JAX I-Team investigation into a well-known Jacksonville entrepreneur.
They learned others were in the same boat as them after watching News4JAX last night.
Devastated. I'm worrying about taking care of my grandkids and my wife, providing my part of what I'm supposed to. I've never been one to take upon the system to take care of me.
The Wrights say they were never allowed to see their Airbnb investment property in person. After joining a Facebook group set up by other J. White investors, they learned at least 3 other people have identical contracts and were sent identical profit and loss statements.
That's not human. To take away from people that has worked for their life for this.
Janay White is seen here in this now deleted Facebook Live video posted last Friday, reacting to the Facebook group.
You ain't getting your money back. Ooh, I don't want to say it on live. I don't want to implicate myself.
Anything you'd want to say to Janay White if you could talk to her today?
That was our hard-earned $10,000 to $15,000. And as you can see, my husband's condition, we need that money. And you promised a service that you could not provide. And that's disheartening.
If you have a complaint against Janay White, you can file a report by calling the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office non-emergency line. That number should be up on your screen now. It's 904-630-0500. Now, we did reach out to Janay White for comment on this story today, and we have not heard back from her yet. But in the past, she has denied the allegations. Our request remains open to Janay White to tell her side of the story. We're live downtown. I'm Tiffany Salome, Channel 4, the local station.
Right now at 5:30, the News4JAX I-Team still hearing complaints against Janay White and her multiple businesses, including the J. White Business Center on Dunn Avenue. Investors are coming together after they say tens of thousands of dollars were lost.
She presented it in a way to defraud you. And that's not right. It's not morally, it's not right.
Dozens are speaking up after investing as much as what they say was $56,000 in one transaction into real estate and short-term rental opportunities with J. White.
And now more people are coming forward about credit repair services they feel were a waste of money through the J. White Business Center. Consumer investigator Tiffany Salome live after hearing from more concerned investors. Tiffany?
In most cases, you can repair your own credit for free. In fact, the FTC has made most credit repair companies operating for profit illegal. I spoke with one woman who tells me she realized that a little too late. Davina Davis says she paid Janay White around $600 in 2021 in hopes of repairing her credit.
We were part of like the same little social network, and I saw her posting results and inquired about credit repair and business credit.
After enrolling in the credit repair program, Davis says her credit never improved.
Still didn't see any results. I, for one, because it wasn't a big loss, I never said anything because she has such a big social media following.
Others have similar stories, including another local woman who doesn't want to be identified. She shared this email with the I-Team, saying this is one of the only communications she had with White after she says she gave her $700. Her credit score also never improved. Janay White has recently deleted her Facebook page and Instagram, facing backlash from members of a growing social media group called J. White Ponzi Scheme with nearly 12,000 members.
After seeing the massive response from the Facebook group and hearing everything everyone said, it lines up exactly with what I went through with her.
According to the FTC, most credit repair companies are operating illegally. It's unlawful for companies to charge fees to consumers until 6 months after the credit repair company has provided all of the promised benefits. Based on her experience of paying to repair her credit but seeing no results, and based on the Facebook posts she's seen, Davis is concerned.
She's a scam artist. Definitely a scam artist. I mean, I don't know what implications is gonna come from this, but she definitely needs to address, especially the people who she took thousands from.
And we've reached out again to Janay White for comment today and have not yet heard back from her. In the past, she has denied the allegations of fraud. I'll have more information posted on news4jax.com on how you can report credit repair fraud. Live in the South Bank, Tiffany Salome, Channel 4, the local station.